Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Johnny L. Wright right here at First Methodist Church of Havilah. Bring you Love 54 on January the 16th. Early in the morning, it's cool and it's sunny outside. I hope you had a great morning and you're ready for this Thursday. We come to you, LOVE equals 54. L is for Jesus being loyal, O is Jesus being obedient, V is Jesus being victorious, and E is for Jesus being for everyone. We bring you a devotion, we bring you updates, and we bring you a promise from God. All three wrapped in one. So as we open with my Pepsi, got a little ice in this, so be careful. Pleasing, energizing people's spirit inside. Oh, it's gonna, oh, I can't. You heard that? Let me get a little picture here. Oh, yeah. Oh, my. Look at that. Pleasing, energizing people's spirit. Oh, my ice is coming up. Ha! Oh, that's chilled to the bone. So, it makes it right. So, how y'all doing out there? We hope and pray that this is a good morning for you. And you know the weather is changing, but I hope you wrap up in layers because, you know, you get the sun out, then a little warm, then it's windy, and then it's chilly, you might get a little rain. They're already talking about snow next week, so be prepared, be prepared. So today, we'd like to tell you that as we are in the season of Epiphany, you know, the coming of the Gentiles to see baby Jesus, to the Gentiles seeing the Jews, and the Jews seeing the Gentiles. So we want to continue on that motif there today as we talk about Jesus, Joseph, Mary, and bring in a little about those magi, those wise men who came from afar. In the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 2, verses 13 through 18, I would like to lift up. And sort of like my devotional theme today is about escape. Escape appeared in the Bible at least 59 times in the King James Version. Escape here, as we look in it from the Bible perspective, when we say from a biblical perspective, here escape pertains to evading the spiritual doom reserved for those who reject God's message. It serves as an exhortation to embrace salvation offered through Jesus Christ. So we understand there are periods of time that we can relate to escape. Have you ever escaped anything that was harmful to you? I have. You have. And one you may have been detrimental. Could have even killed you. Yes. But God has a time and a season. Ecclesiastes, remember, there's a time and there's a season, there's a time and a place for everything. And God is in control of that. Amen? So let's hear a little about the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 2. And it said, when they had gone, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream. Get up, he said, take the child and his mother and escape to Egypt. Stay there until I tell you, for Herod is going to search for the child to kill him. So he got up, took the child and his mother during the night and left for Egypt, where he stayed until the death of Herod. And so was fulfilled by the Lord has said through the prophet, out of Egypt I called my son. When Herod realized that he had been outwitted by the Magi, the wise men, he was furious. And he gave order to kill all the boys in Bethlehem and in the vicinity, who were 2 years old and under, in accordance with the time he had learned from the Magi. This was said to fulfill the prophecy that Jeremiah had prophesied. and it was fulfilled. So here we have God has an escape plan for Joseph, for Mary, and for Jesus. Now, don't think that Herod just wanted to kill those young boys, but I am of the mindset, if he had found Jesus, he would have killed Joseph and Mary as well. That's the type of person he was. He was evil. He was, so terrible. But God allowed his only begotten son under the care of Joseph and Mary to flee to Egypt. And according to Distant, it has been recorded in many findings that the journey was over 1,200 miles, one would say round trip. And it has also been reported by some theologians that they stayed there approximately until Jesus was about 2 years old. So God had everything planned. God had everything in order. No matter how much Satan, the devil, tried to get to Jesus, it wasn't allowed until that time that God would allow. So I'm here to let you know that sometimes when we look in the gospel and we see all the different moving parts in there and how Jesus moved around from place to place, in Nazareth he was there, one would say until he was older and until he started his ministry, which was at a ripe age of 30. So it could be said that he helped his family. He had a trade. He was a carpenter. And I won't go all into detail, but Jesus was a worker. He worked with his hands, he worked with his mind, he worked with his body, but more importantly, he touched our soul. So I'm glad to know that God had a plan for Jesus. God had a plan for the entire world. Now, will we live up to it? It's on you, Christian friend. And I pray that God will bless you. And as we move now to a different update, I want to begin with birthdays. Updates on the birthdays. Today is the 16th. Do not have any for the 16th, but I have a few following. On the 22nd, we have Jackie Attaway and Sandra McCormick. On the 25th, we have Alice Malady. On the 26th, we have George Russell. On the 29th, we have Eric Hernandez. Anniversary. We have one has already gone, and that was on the 13th, Jimmy and Cherry Sanders. On the 25th, we have Michael and Valerie Kennedy. And on the 30th, we have Joanne and Rick on. Happy birthday, happy anniversary to all of you. And remember, if there's anyone that I have omitted, please let us know. We would like to make note of that. Please. As I'm speaking, it's after 10, so at 10 a.m. on the Thursday, we have women of Matthews over in the fellowship hall. They are having their Bible study, and then afterward, they have generally a little luncheon. They go out for lunch. Amen. On Friday, do not have any planned meeting here, but come Saturday at 10 a.m. we have Cover Lake Chapman memorial service visitation at 10 a.m. in the sanctuary. Following at 11 o'clock will be the service. And after the service, we invite you to come over to the fellowship hall, where we will have a luncheon for the family and all others who are present. Amen. Sunday at 8 a.m. we have our men meeting. The Methodist men will meet 8 a.m. in the fellowship hall, and we have Martin Mesker. He is preparing breakfast for the men. So we invite all of the men to please come out, because we're looking for another wonderful year. 2025 is upon us. And at 8:45 we have our Sunday school right down the hall there. And then at 10 we have our worship service. So please come out and let us just have a wonderful time praising Jesus. Amen. Also would like to touch on our food pantry right here in Havelock, right off of Highway 70. This month they're asking you to bring jelly. Now here we have, I would say a reading book, where this is 1 pound, 18 ounce here, the jelly. And this goes for those who are in need. Mr. Fred said there are many things that people are asking for, but this month they're asking for jelly. So we're hoping that the church, the members, you will bring just one small jar of jelly and put it in the basket in the sanctuary. We would take it down to the food plaza off East Plaza as we continue to support that effort. Another ministry we'd like to talk to you about is the Pregnant Resource Center, which is on the west side. And we love to help those who are pregnant and in need, and those who already had their children. We want to, so I have a little bottle here, put coins in here, then ask for to take the money out of kind, and we take it down there to help support that effort. Also would like to mention that on the outside of the fellowship hall, we have several boxes. One is the library box, and we have all different types of books in there. And we want you to just come and you can bring some, you can take some and tell people about them. And again, fiction and nonfiction, and all different ages and all different types of books you will find it. Gwen does an excellent job keeping them organized and ready for those. And it's open 24/7. Amen. And right beside there, we have our food box. Our food box will have all different types of stable goods in there, like beans and peas and rice and canned goods, vegetables, and list goes on. And some types of meat, cereal, maybe dry milk, and basically we invite you to come, just bring some. We have a plastic container outside of the fellowship hall where we put in it, and Sister Jackie and Sister Kathy and others, they keep that food box well stocked. Now within the food box, we also have hygiene. So we know that sometimes people get low on certain, so we're making a little kit for them, a little Ziploc type of little bag, and we have deodorant in there, we have toothbrush, toothpaste, we have soap, washcloth, and a few other things that we hope that would carry the person over. So please come by or tell others about it. You're welcome to bring some of those items. When you see things on sale that you feel that we could need, we're not going to turn down anything that you bring, because we can assimilate them within I would say a daily packing and supplying because a lot of times we put things in sometimes 2 and 3 times a day, because there's a need in the area, there's a need all around the world. So we're trying to help those who are in need. So thank you for your support. Also, would like to update, we're praying for those who have been affected by the hurricane in the western part of North Carolina. We saw some things on television. There's still a need, and I'm praying that they'll have some housing until things get a little bit better. Now let's go across the country to California. It just breaks my heart once again when I see and I hear there was a 90-something-year-old man that just built a house there 16 years ago, and they lost everything, if I'm not mistaken. So that's just one out of many, and thousands have been affected. So they need your support. I don't know what we can do right now. We have to wait and see, but we're going to do what we can right here at First Methodist Church to help those in, because that's what we do, because we are our brother and our sister's keeper. When one hurt, we hurt as well. So thank you for your support. Now, let's move on with our third part, which would be a promise from God. A promise from God. We have a beautiful home. We have beautiful places that we live in, whether it's 1-story, 2-story. Some of them might live in apartments, some might live in condos, some might live in other types of dwellings. But one of the things that I want you to know that according to Revelation 3:20, and here is just one verse from it, please. And it's dealing with the promise. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come in to him and will sup with him and he with me. Where are you when you hear the knock on the door? Where are you? I believe that there is an invitation that Jesus gives all of us. And he said it right plainly here in Revelation 3:20. Behold, I stand at the door. Do we let Jesus into our house, our home. He wants to come in. Sometimes we're afraid, sometimes we're uncertain. And there's different spiritual movement. And I know I feel it quite often. And I know it's the Spirit of the Lord working in and around me. But we have to be receptive. We have to understand the Spirit comes there to help us, not to hurt us or to frighten us. So remember this day. Go back and read Revelation 3:20. Jesus is knocking on your door, your heart, your mind, your soul. Will you let him in? This has been Johnny All Right. I had my drink is thawing. Look at that. I said that like Pastor Big Rat. Love you. See you next Tuesday. Have a great weekend. Be safe.